hear any of that frustration about the strikes that you've completed since the ceasefire?
Not from the president, I have to tell you. I think he understands. Look, we're attacked. These terrorists try to kill us, unfortunately sometimes kill our soldiers.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said on Tuesday that U.S. President Donald Trump had expressed no misgivings to him in private about Israeli strikes on Gaza carried out after the declaration of a ceasefire, strikes that have killed more than 400 Palestinians, most of them civilians, according to Gaza-held officials. Netanyahu made the remarks during an interview with Fox News anchor Brett Baer while visiting the United States.
Look, I think we have to give it a chance. There's an attempt to bring an international force. So far it hasn't come to fruition, but we'll give it a chance because if it can be done, again, as the President and I have said, if it can be done the easy way, fine. And if not, it'll be done another way.
Coming into this meeting, there was some...
I didn't have to bring the President anywhere. We saw eye to eye. He cut right to the chase. He said, look, skip all this press stuff. I mean, the real thing is you've got to get Hamas to disarm. He just banged the nail on the head,
But did you hear any of that frustration about the strikes that you've completed since the ceasefire?
Not from the President, I have to tell you. I think he understands. Look, we're attacked. These terrorists try to kill us, unfortunately sometimes kill our soldiers. What would you do?
Do you see a new government that you could live with in Gaza in 2026?
I think you have to ask, as far as the second question is concerned, a new government in Gaza is possible if you disarm Hamas. Because no one's going to come in there if Hamas stays armed, and they'll put a bullet right through the back of their head, anyone of any potential new government. So the answer to your question is, if we disarm Hamas, whether with an international force or by any other means, yes, I see a different future for Gaza. Well, I'll tell you about action because I was presented a few days ago, actually 2 weeks ago, with the prospect that they're having field exercises in which they're practicing launching ballistic missiles at Israel. So I passed the message. I think I made it public, so it's not secret. I said, if you dare do that, the results would be devastating. So I hope Iran doesn't make that mistake. Look, we don't seek escalation. I hope they don't. But if they do, all bets are off.
The comments came a day after Netanyahu met Trump on Monday for discussions that focus heavily on Gaza, Hamas, and broader regional security issues. The remarks highlight the close alignment Netanyahu described between his government and the Trump administration, even as international scrutiny intensifies over Israel's military actions in Gaza following the ceasefire.